really see her at these events, but we know each other.
As we talk about people who rock, let's talk about two who are so passionate and ubiquitous in the community, helping all the time. Dave Cavassier, Mercedes. And I see another champion in the house, Shelley Berkeley. Is that you? Member of Congress is in the house. And I would just want to take a personal privilege, Diana Bennett, and just lift you up. I've had the blessing to work with you, see you up close, and here's what I want you all to know, is what we see in the largesse of her generosity comes from a place so deep and pure that it's beautiful. So we honor you. So I want to tell you a story, and it was a story that I became familiar with after Child Focus at St. Jude's had called and asked if I would do this, and this is a deep privilege for me. So I went to Starbucks to meet the special mom that I'm about to bring up and share with all of you. And as I left there, I knew that I was changed as a human being. So she is a special mom, but she's just special. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what makes her special. So picture, if you will, that you've been married 4 years. That's what Tammy had been married in 2009, 4 years, to a really wonderful guy, an up-and-coming attorney named Jason. Life is good. You've got that 2-bedroom house. You're going to get new carpet, maybe. That's the focus. That's the priority. All of a sudden, life just does things sometimes that are unintended or unplanned. And what that created for Tammy in her heart was despair. So Tammy says to me at Starbucks, I would come home and we would turn off the lights and I would just cry into Jason's chest. And I knew that the way to ease my own despair was to do for someone else. So at the request of a friend, she was asked to maybe consider going to a week-long camp to volunteer. That's all she knew. A week-long camp to volunteer. And she thought that might just be what her heart needed to get out of despair and move into full service. So off she goes to Camp Tubalon in 2009. And there were lots of sibling sets that were just delighted, because what that experience allows is siblings to be siblings. And there was a group of 3 siblings who she observed weren't participating in the regularly structured activities so much. But what she observed is that they would just be sitting, rejoicing in the fact of just sitting and rejoicing with each other. At the end of the week, she called Jason and said, I feel better, but I've met 3 children I'd like us to adopt. I'm going to now ask the people who are the only 3 in this room credible in presenting a My Special Mom Award. I want you now to, if I could ask you to come on up. Josh, age now 15. Kyla, age 12.
Woo!
And Skylar, age 9.
Behave! Behave!
So I said to these guys, she's not my special mom, really. She's yours. What makes her special? And here's what they want you to know.
Well, Tammy is my special mom because she does care for others than anybody that I know.
Beautiful.
Tammy is my special mom because she cares for us and she does things that we kind of had to do on our own, like she makes us breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
You did change your mind? Great.
My mom... Tammy is my special mom because she's funny and creative.
Here's what we want to focus on is these are the 3 human beings. They've got a special mom. Please now join all of us in helping them present this year's My Special Mom Award to their mom, Tammy Gerber. It just gets better and better and better. This year, we've heard of the generosity of MJ Christensen Jewelers. It apparently has no boundaries at all. So their generosity means that they have designed a special gift for you.
Oh.
It is a beautiful diamond necklace. and it's in there. And I think, don't you think she should wait till tomorrow? No. Okay. Ooh, they got each other's back already. This is going to be great. The other thing, too, is in addition to this, we also have a special little surprise. Jason is an attorney who is so proud of you. Can you imagine the phone call that he got? I'm feeling better, honey. I'm going to bring home 3 kids. But you know what? He has fallen as deeply in love with 3 children. This family is meant to be. But his law firm have been so inspired that they want to just salute you, and as a demonstration of their support for Jason, for you, and for all of the Gerbers. The law firm of Markey, Auerbach, and Coffing are donating $500 to Child Focus in your name today.
I feel so honored to be receiving this award today. I cannot tell you how lucky I feel that I get to be Josh, Kyla, and Skylar's mom. I've been their mom for about 480 days now, and I have loved every minute of it.
That's a lie.
Before the summer of 2009, I didn't even know my kids existed. Nor was I aware of the hundreds of children waiting for forever families in the foster care system. But attending the 2009 Camp to Belong put me face to face with this great need. And on the first day of camp, I stood with the other volunteers and I watched as these waves and waves of children came off the buses. 3 adorable yet wild children caught my eye right away. And on the last night, they stole my whole heart. At the last campfire, Kyla bravely got up with her 9-year-old self, and she told her audience that she wanted a family, but she was so afraid she was going to be adopted without her brothers. She began to weep, so much that she couldn't speak. So Josh, who was 12, went up to the stage, and he rescued her. The 3 of them took a seat in the front row, and they huddled together. It was one of the saddest things I had ever seen. And it touched me so deeply. And like Poonam said, I hiked down a mountain that night until I could get cell phone service, and I called my husband Jason. I said, "Hey, I think I met our kids." And he said, "You've had a really long week. Let's just get you home and we'll talk about it." I went home and I told him what Kyla had said, and I told him what I had seen, and he quickly agreed. We had to adopt these kids. When we started to move forward with the process, some fears came up for me. I struggled with the idea of not having biological children. I didn't know what a life like that would look like. And I had to let go of this idea of getting my turn at pregnancy. And, I had to let go of this image of us going to a hospital and having this tiny baby and bringing it home in a car seat. I did get my turn. There was no baby, no hospital, no car seat, but there was a rainy night in December of 2010. I watched my husband jam 2 bicycles and a bunch of mixed-match suitcases into the trunks of our cars at Child Haven. It was cold and it was wet and we were scared, but we were happy. I feared that somehow this wouldn't feel like a real family. I didn't know if the kids would see me as a mom or if they'd ever call me mom. But it is real. It's real every time my big girl gets a hit in a softball game, and I'm full of pride. It's real every time Josh gets into a biking accident, and I have to rush him to the emergency room, and I'm worried sick. It's real every time Skylar sings a Bruce Springsteen song, and I can catch a glimpse of my husband in him. What we've created here is real, and it's good, and it's hard, and it's scary, but it is amazing. And somehow, if this isn't real, well, then I'll be their fake mom any day of the week. I asked the kids what they thought I should talk about today. And Skylar said, "Mom, if I was getting up there, I'd say, who out there wants a family? Raise your hand. All right, adopt a foster care kid." I asked him, why should people adopt a foster care kid? And he said, because all those kids want is for someone to care for them. There are lots of ways we can help care for these kids. We can donate our time and our money to organizations like Child Focus. We can become monthly mentors to kids who just need a little extra time. But if you've got an empty chair at your table, maybe foster or adopt. I promise you it will be very hard and very scary, but it'll be worth it every single day. Because right now, somewhere out there, probably closer than we all think, there's another sibling group out there who's trying hard to stay huddled together. Thank you.
Indeed, a special mom, an extraordinary human being. Ladies and gentlemen.